Hi there, everybody. Yes, big meow. Can I get my controller without killing my camera? I can. First things first. Hey, there's Squeak. And Bubbles. And of course Ulysses. Alright, where are we up to next? Yeah, the road sweeper. Faden Harris. I just want you to know that from this day forth, you will forever loved by at least one person. Me. Hello! Hey, welcome on in, Palmer. Started work this morning and forgot all about my detour around the annual Huckleberry Run on Oak Street. Drove my road sweeper straight into the party zone. Not sure what the fallout from this is going to be. I'm hoping it's all that juice flying around. People kept their camera phones in their pockets and I got away with it. One thing's for sure, if I go back to the yard and looking like this, then I know my work nickname's going to be for the next 40 years. Yeah, alright. Let's get you taken care of, Finn. Look at a cute little thing. Alright. First things first, there's Bubbles. Hey, there's the bathroom I cleaned. Squeaks. That is the Squeaks, and there's Ulysses. Oh, look at that. We got all three cats joining us in the job. Yeah, pretty bad, isn't it? That's fine. I've cleaned worse. As soon as I turned the corner and saw the revelers having fun and chucking huckleberries around, I knew I was in trouble. I'll get you taken care of, tip-top shape. I had no choice but to style out, act like I was supposed to be there. It probs would have been semi-right if I hadn't panic-pressed my brushes on. Oh, buddy. I don't know, I just thought I'm driving through this parade, gotta look official, so... like I was a fruit mixer or something. Oh, Finn. Severely underestimated the power of the sweep, and they turned the street into a river of jelly in seconds. Oh, buddies. But yes, if you're within the sound of my voice, either watching this on Twitch or watching this on YouTube, go ahead and check the description of the YouTube video. I am the voice of Diogenes, a fun podcast called Radio Free Neo Babylon, set in the Subversion RPG world, which is an RPG I've written for. Palmer, who just joined us in the chat, also writes for them and writes the Radio Free Neo Babylon pod scripts. Fantastic writer. I love his stuff. Please go listen, download, rate, review, do all the fun podcast stuff. You know it. You love it. Every podcast you've watched said it 5 million times. But any types of reviews and everything like that could help. The link is now in the description of my videos. I started putting that a couple weeks ago. Even then, I could probably have written it out if I hadn't started waving. Oh, buddy, you just did extra bad. Don't know. Just thought I gotta own this moment. All the while, down below, the brushes were creating a disaster zone of epic proportions. Yeah, you had a bad day. Just wanted to keep morale high, and you know, I really hope no one reports this to my job. Every time I catch a piece of litter between my brushes, I feel like a black hole sucking in yet another galaxy. Buddy, you are way too serious about being a road sweeper. Those are not getting clean. Okay, we gotta do this. Dingy tire. It's one of those things where it's gonna do the back half of it too, don't I? Ooh, meanwhile, in Argentino. Oh no, Aura! We were doing so good. Poor guy, good luck to that geezer, let him have it. Clearly underpaid. Oh no, please, CDL drivers earn good money. Fuck you, Art. Everyone deserves to get paid more. Whatever it is. Except for CEOs. I hope so, because he's gonna need a vacation urgento. Because you're detergento. I get you. Come on, man. Why are your tires so dirty? I do like that there are just stuff that does not come off and you really need the soap. I'm not turning off these brushes, damn it. There's that ding. There's that ding. Update 2. There's that ding. I do love little ambiance kitties. I will always love the ambiance kitties. Which does make me think that they're going to try to take the kitties away, and I'm going to have to burn the house to the ground. And then power wash it to save it, probably, because I'm a good guy. Okay, I think that's everything down here. I think we just... Dogs, yeah, good. It always happens. I know there are times where we'll be watching TV and Bruce will be absolutely confused by like a knocking on the TV or something like that. when we first got our cat Simon, which was, geez, 4 cats ago now, 5. Um, he was from a house full of cats. In the family that had kept him, and then every time a cat would meow on the TV, he'd come running in and do like the pitiful little meow looking for people, and that broke my mom's heart. And so she was like, "Fine, we can get another one." So that's how we got Toby. Antenna, capstick cubby, warning. Oh, warning light. Haha. No. Back up. Also, I haven't got a new job yet. That's concerning. Step cup. This way? There we go. Hey, new job is available too. Is this the Royal Flush? I need you to get my gas station all cleaned up before we're closed down for good. Oh no. Well, looks like we're going to a gas station next. Give me a second. My phone just exploded out of nowhere, so I'm making sure that. Back to base real quick. Let's see what they added for us. There's the bee, the teapot. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's the dog car. Ah, there it is, the sweeper. Okay. I love them adding little things to. Oh, come on. And let's see what we got here. Shelving? Is that what that added? You can buy a rustic sofa. Let's get a rustic sofa. I do like this feature of the game, where every time you beat a level, it gives you something more to clean and then put in your main office. I mean, my office is going to look atrocious later in this game. I have no sense of decor and style. I'm just going to put things all higgledy-piggledy where they belong, or will fit. That's where they belong. Why are you still dirty? Oh, you're probably back here, aren't you? I think I've done the reverse of what I normally do. Instead of, there we go. there. Alright, to the gas station. Morning, sugar. The high mucky mucks of the ivory towers of Lubris City have demanded that we clean our humble gas station. Can you believe the gall of them? First, they build a new interstate that reduces passing traffic to a trickle. Then they say we're an eyesore to the few still traveling on it. This town of the year thing has put a rocket up all their behinds. If they ain't happy but with the state of the place, they could at least put their hands in their pockets, rather than expecting honest folk like us to foot the bill. Anyway, you best get on. We'll be inside twiddling our thumbs and staring at the walls. Okay. This one's going to be a bigger one. There's a little playground on the back. Nice. Hey, Squeak. There's you. There's Bubbles. We got a Ulysses as well, or are you guys just hanging out over here? So do we have a gnome? I know we got spoiled for gnomes with the teapot. Well, they gave us 6 of the dang things. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, it's a soccer ball. There's the gnome. Found you. Okay, I'll get you later. Yeah, oh god, it's all the ground too. Alright. Time to get to work. I mean, if you call your gas station the lone station, there's gonna be a problem. You did not miss the kitty reveal, but I can... Oh, I mean, you might have, but I can go back and see them. Say, are you doing the whole thing over? What do you mean? There's Squeak and Bubbles. You know, the doors, walls, and all those fiddly bits in the front, even the roof? Only, I tape it up there for quite a while, but our boy Marvin practically lives up there, so who knows what you'll find. Ooh. Also, well, come on in, Sunshine. How are things going? New Year's saying bullshit? Absolutely. I know the feeling. It's been a hell of a few weeks. Is this a battery? This is a battery. Alright, folks, always remember, pay attention. Power wash your batteries. Just spray that water all over the connections. Nothing bad could happen if you power wash your batteries. What is this stuff? Man, maybe I should be doing that to my car. Maybe we won't. Yeah, there you go. Are you still having car troubles? I thought you were getting that fixed. Did they come back or just not get fixed well enough? The car's a problem, I get you. I'm just going to do this anyway, so I might as well. Because that stuff's not coming up. So might as well give everything a coat of the soap. Because why not? Costs me nothing to do so. Had a major electrical failure last night. Have to send you videos later. Oh no. Sorry, sunshine. And yes, please do. I do like using the soap more than I thought I would. Because I hated using the soap in the first game. Because all it did was cost you money and expedite the game. But here there are actual sections that you have to use the soap on. And I like that. It's honestly all good. At this point, I just gotta laugh at it. I'd still rather fix the damn thing over having $600 a month carpet. Yeah, absolutely. We just need to genetically engineer some giant chinchillas to carry us around. We'll make ourselves a chinchilla-based transportation system. I figure that'd be probably the best, right? Can I get up there without having to actually get the ladder? No. No, I don't want the big thing. Not the ladder. Dude, soap even with a real power washer is a pain. I'm sure it is. Like, here's the thing. I make no allusions to the fact that I would not be this satisfied using a real power washer. But man, do I love this game. have one you can borrow and a whole house that needs it free? No. No, thank you. I mean, if you want to pay me, sure. Speaking of payment, I should probably check to see if I can buy more stuff. Not washer stylings. Ooh, van styling. You know, let's grab a van styling. We've got some money. Well, we can't buy van stylings now. Okay, that's fine. Washer. God. $1,717. Buy some stuff for that. Though I'm at what? Oh, I could buy this one. So yeah, let's buy that. Turbo nozzle, adaptable nozzle, extensions. Let's buy soap for that as well. Okay. Oh. There we go. We're slowly working our way up, folks. Getting stronger and stronger stronger power washers. If I had money, I so would pay you. There's no lack of shit that needs done around here. I mean, absolutely. I get you. I'm hoping to get a Twitch payout this month. That'll be nice. I need to pay back my sister for picking up some Christmas presents for me. So that's where we are, folks, in this economy. I'm borrowing money to buy Christmas presents for family members. Fingers crossed. I think I should. I'll find out in what, 6 more days? It's around the 15th that the payout happens. Because I think I should be. Because for the end of last month, my little brother went a little crazy on making me eat the beans. I miss. Okay, where is it? Let me show you all the glory that I had on the first one. Here. So the Prime Vista Pro is what I had. Is what I had at the end of the last game, and the tri-tip nozzle. I solved all problems with that. Oh my goodness! Why am I spraying? I keep on forgetting I have this. It's designed for doing grounds. It is literally designed to do this. What the heck? Okay, I just got an ad break prompt for like 50 seconds. That shouldn't be. I'll tell you what, Sugar, you wouldn't believe the things we see come along here now they've opened up the interstate. Like what? Anyone sneaking in or out of town comes this way, but so too do all the mining trucks now, and you should see the size of them. Okay, so I'm definitely going to be doing a mining truck eventually. Big ding. Just walk it across here. So I know this is probably an ADHD thing, but like I can't. My brain doesn't want to clean the whole thing as a whole. I can't do it. It seems like too much, too overwhelming. I've mentioned this 5 million times. I'll mention it 5 million more, in case this is the first time people have seen me do this. I always cut up sections of the dirty, like the big expanses. So like I ran that line, so now I'm just doing this half, and this half is much more manageable than the entire downside. Speaking of the new year, and speaking of the way things have kind of gone in the world, this is a reminder to everyone to take some time for yourself. Do the things that count as self-care. Do what you need to do to keep yourself sane. The world is crazy right now. It's okay to hide away for a bit. Some soap left over. I also like that they're staggering the little tidbits you get from people. It's like I just noticed I got my second tidbit, but I'm not even at 20% yet. It used to be like every 20% on the dot is when you would get the next texts from whoever. Okay. A new job available. I'm seeing your phone. That's kind of the point. Dirt Finder. It's Park Warden. I hear back in business. There's a bit of a fix at the recreation grounds. The bandstand's filthy dirty. Sure would appreciate your help. Parky, I hate you. I've hated you since the first game. You are a terrible Park Warden. I despise you as a human being. You do terrible, terrible things to your locations. Also, you're the one who owns the Bigfoot house. Yeah, and honestly, Sunshine, part of the reason I do these streams is for people to put on in the background while they do other stuff. So if you're drifting off to sleep, take a nap. Naps are important. I'll just talk to myself for the next hour. Hey, Amber, welcome on in. I do like the occasional coyote screaming. Coyotes are strictly American, aren't they? I know we're in the fictional Muckingham and Luber City and all that kind of shenanigans, but we're supposed to be British. It's where they got coyote noises. Yes. We're doing a gas station right now, Amber. All this level of shenanigans. It's a hefty one. How are you doing, Amber? How are you feeling? How's the family doing? I know the sickness has been ravaging your family. I'm like 50% now, just dealing with sinus chest. Yeah. My mom's home remedy for that will always be to get some hot water. Put some peppermint extract in it, and then just breathe in the fumes, and it'll help clear out your sinus congestion. Because as soon as the water is cold enough, you just you drink the water, and it just flushes everything out of you. It has helped me on more than one occasion. And yeah, Amber had the flu, and her family's going through the family at the moment. I mean, no wonder he's hella cranky. I would be hella cranky too. I got it before Christmas and was still knocked. Oh, jeez. Some of these rigs, what pass by, might as well call them drivable houses. They're as big as one, and you feel them before you see it. I think I feel one now. Wait for it. Hold on. Game? You gonna have one drive by, game? No? I don't want to miss it. Oh, she's doing Christmas tomorrow now that she feels a little bit. Yeah, hey, good. I mean, delayed Christmas works. Now the game's got me all paranoid. I don't want to miss this truck. But yes, feel better, Amber. Hope the little ones feel better too. Don't make me miss the truck, guys. Oh, Amber, I got Momozilla from Aegis and Pred's stream into the Cosmere. She has read Tress, and she's now reading Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. She did love Tress, yes. I've been rereading the Mistborn books in anticipation of... So, the Cosmere RPG is getting the Mistborn books out this September. And I plan to... run them for my group. So in anticipation of that, I'm rereading Mistborn right now, which was the first Sanderson I ever read. So it's very nostalgic to be rereading them again, but also it's very interesting to see like stuff I know now or stuff that has changed about the worlds. God, come on, just let me... Can't wait. I want to read this one, but I'm riding dragons. Oh God, no, why? Oh God, I read the first one of that series. It's so bad. It's so bad, Amber. And for those of you playing along at home who are watching this on like YouTube or anything like that, Amber's apparently reading the Fourth Wing series. Oh my God. The first book, like, I'm interested about the world of dragons, but there's so many, like, inconsistency things, but also the way she acts is so frustrating to me. Which book are you on? Because I read the first book, and then never bothered to read the second one. You want to read them too? Alright, so I won't mention anything. A Sardonic Storm. Okay, gotcha. Is that the second book? Because I know the third book is out now as well. Oh, it should be? I will not say any spoilers, but there is something she does at the end of the first book that is so... Onyx Storm was the third book, gotcha. Is so stupid and frustrating that I just... Oh. Here we go. That's just a cement truck, buddy. That's not a drivable house. That's a cement truck. That's a normal cement truck. Yeah, it's like it's okay, but there are things that are missing in the world, and it's just and she acts justified doing something that is the most illogical thing in the world, and it's so frustrating. So it's more dreamy for me than is logical. That is very. I mean, that's very fair. Like it's very like I went into it from the fantasy side of things because I love fantasy and dragon riding. No, no, that ain't it. That might as well come out of pinata. Oh no, these things are much. Okay, thank you. Um, it's honestly okay. I won't be reading it for a long time. At least I hope it will be a long time. I'm hoping it will get Crescent City or Throne of Glass. Nice. So, all right. So the one spoiler thing that frustrates me at the end of the first book, she discovers that someone has been reading her mind. On a regular basis, someone has been reading her mind. And then she can't, like, then when she confronts the main dude, I'm doing this as vague as possible, the main dude, about lying to her, the main dude is like, someone has been reading your mind. I couldn't tell you these things because someone has been reading your mind, and I have to like keep them safe. And she feels justified in saying like I can never trust you again because you lied to me. And this main dude is just like, oh well, shucks. I guess I will just have to win your trust again. Like, no, no, you were perfectly justified in lying to her because someone was routinely reading her mind. And you couldn't even tell her that someone's reading her mind, because then the person who's reading her mind would know that you know that they can read her mind. But yes, it's definitely one of those things of, if you come at it from a fantasy standpoint, which is where I came at it from, it is much more frustrating. It it was a couple of times a day, Amber, from the action that it takes to read her mind. If you go back and pay attention to how often that action happens, it was a couple of times a day, not a couple of times in the book. It was every time that character interacted with her, they did that action. That means that they were reading her mind. And still, even if it was just a couple of times, you are justified if people's lives are relying on you keeping a secret from her until you can get her away and then tell her, "Hey, someone has been reading your mind," which is exactly what that character did. Gasoline just does not want to come off without soap, does it? All right. Yeah, if you read it from the if you're reading it from the fantasy standpoint, go for it. It makes sense in what it does, and I can definitely see its appeal. Um, there are just definitely times where I'm sitting there reading, going, no, no, you're being you feel justified in doing that. You're not. let's do this. I will say, because I love dragon riding fiction. I read Pern as a kid before the Pern stories got bad. Which, if you don't know, Pern stories got real bad. Up to and including... Oh, God, I don't want to get into it. Never mind. There are things I don't want to talk about. I read the Aurelian cycle. Hey, Snow, welcome on in. I read the Aurelian cycle at least until I couldn't anymore because it got too sad for me. I love dragon riding fiction. But I couldn't keep on with Fourth Wing. Romanticy, yay or nay? It's very Fourth Wing is very romanticy. And for me personally, I tend to I'm okay with the romanticy, but my priorities in a book are world building and magical system. It's one of the reasons I love Brandon Sanderson so much, is that all of his worlds are so well thought out. His magical systems are all logical and are based off of rules that he follows till the very end. He never breaks magic systems. In fact, in Mistborn, he only gives us half the magic system in the first first trilogy of books, and everyone the fans figured out the rest of them. Yeah, exactly. If you're reading it for the hot guys, Fourth Wing is fine. And hell, I fully admit I have a guilty pleasure. I read harem novels. There's something about especially after my last girlfriend and I had the poly conversation and having that realization of, hey, being poly isn't something I'm opposed to. It's actually sounds kind of nice to have that kind of full on connection with a bunch of people. Harem novels are one of my guilty pleasures, but there are still harem novels where even I get so frustrated with the sex scenes and everything that I'm skipping over them trying to get back to the story. There are times when I'm all for it and I'm reading it for the porn and reading it for the fun, but there are times where I'm just all right, yes, you gave me a world. I don't care about what's happening right now, especially, oh God, there are some worlds, there are some books where the writer has never had sex before in their lives, and you can tell, or at least has not had good sex before. I was reading a series, a harem dragon riding series that I found on Kindle Unlimited, and a guy is making out with a girl and then grabs her by the shoulders and walks her halfway across the room to pin her to a wall. He thought it was sexy in the moment of writing it, but my brain just kept going, do you realize how long that walk must have been before you pinned her to the wall? Court of Silver Flames got on my nerves. Oh, is that one of the I don't know. All the titles sound familiar to me. Just go floor. Exactly, Snow. Just go floor at that point. But no, he walks her halfway across. And you know what? It was a manor house too, so it wasn't the rooms are tiny. It was a full ass ballroom, and he walked her halfway across it. Last one. Gotcha. I will admit. So really, yeah, it is. The Stormlight Archive. Palindromes are important. Backwards and forwards are important in the culture of the Stormlight Archives. So the first book was called A Way of Kings. The second book was called Words of Radiance. Then there was Oathbringer. The fourth book was called Rhythm of War. And the last one was supposed to be A Night of Wind and Truth, to be a perfect palindrome, to be back from The Way of Kings, and with the acronyms. But he ended up just calling it Wind and Truth because A Night of Wind and Truth sounded too much like the romantasy books out there, like a court of what, a blank of blank of and blank. See, that's the world builder in you. You've got the entire home envisioned down to the clocks on the wall, and then he described it. You gave me a room, and then just didn't use it properly. Oh God, I had to stop reading that series eventually because they were just the sex scenes became so egregiously bad. But yeah, no, it's like Sanderson has something called the Sanderson's laws of magic, and the first rule of Sanderson's laws of magic is, um, as long as you define the magic, you can then solve problems with it, and he very much follows that throughout his entire series. Is that he gives you exactly what the magic can do, and then when people find innovative uses to make it happen, it becomes satisfying. The big complaint always is like in Harry Potter, it'd always be pulling a new spell out of your ass. There are no rules of magic in Harry Potter. There are definitely just situations where it's like, well, I guess this spell that you've learned, and we have no idea how new spells are created or what they can and cannot do. It just you decided to mumble some fake Latin at somebody and it works. Um, and so that way, every time Harry learns a new spell or just pulls a new spell out of his ass, it's not satisfying. But in, say, Stormlight Archive, one of the people finds a way to use gravity essentially as a magic system. And so it's like sticking himself and others to walls and bouncing them back and forth. In the second book, he's in the middle of nowhere and decides to test something and then like uses that to reverse his gravity and launch himself into the sky, and then uses that to like fly around. And for the first time, this character has like a fully, truly just unburdening, free moment as he is just flying around by like reversing his gravity to whatever direction he's going, and it is glorious. And that was fully set up of this is something that this can do if you can trust in yourself and trust in the magic that it's not going to run out on you, then you can fly. And that's just it was such a good scene because it's something like you're like, oh, I suppose you could. Oh, you really can, can't you? Yeah, that's why I love Sanderson stuff. I won't lie, I kind of got bored with world building depending on how it is done. I don't really overly descriptions of things. Uh, I'd like cool, get to the point. Yeah, absolutely. There is definitely like the Pokemon syndrome, as I call it, where as soon as something happens, everything stops as they pull out their Pokédex and then explain every nuance of what's happening, and that can't happen either. You gotta do the things where you build things into the world, and then it seems weird and then gets explained later on. Uh, Talking about Sanderson, one thing that he does that I really enjoy is that in most of his books, he does a show and then tell method of the magic system. Like early on in the book, you see someone who is practiced with the magic system go full out and do a bunch of random shenanigans. And then a third of the way to halfway through the book is where you get someone who is just learning the magic system and has to be taught the basics and how it works. So then your mind can contextualize. Oh, so that's how they did that previously. Also, like sometimes the world building can just be too far out there. Like in the Stormlight Archive, people are like crab. They're a crab people, and like there's no plants except the plants hide themselves away because there are storms that ravage the world every couple of days. And it's one of those things of it all makes logical sense, but it's so divergent from normal fantasy worlds that it's tough to do it. Like Stormlight Archive RPG came out last year, I will say, because now it's 2026. But I'm not gonna run that for any groups unless they know Stormlight already, because it is just such a weird, like, in the world of Stormlight, or at least one of the major religions, women are not allowed to show their left hand. It's considered dirty. You have to it's considered showing your breasts. So you have to keep your hand covered. It's something called your safe hand. Food is very sexist. Essentially, at meals, like the food gets separated, and men have spicy food and women have sweet food, and that's how they are their entire lives. And it's such a weird concept thing that, like, has this ingrained situation that it's not necessarily good or bad. It's not necessarily something that is viewed as this is the right way of doing things. It's just this is the way their culture does it to make their culture seem more foreign. But again, like, my personal D&D group is now with the passing of my best friend, all women, and B, none of them have read the Cosmere. So, like, if I was trying to run that, like, I'm trying to explain this world to them, like, saying that there's some, like, inherently sexist shit and all that kind of stuff, and it was a difficult time. I'm like, I'm just not gonna do it. When Mistborn comes out, Mistborn is a much more normal world, and gotta say, quick side note, for anyone who has never read Mistborn or hasn't heard me rant about Mistborn before, something to remember is that one of the best parts of Mistborn is that technology is advancing through the books. So, like, the first Mistborn trilogy is, like, Renaissance level technology. The second Mistborn, quadrilogy, there's 4 books in that one, is set in, like, Victorian Wild West and, like, up to the 1920s. The third series that is being written right now and won't come out until 2028 because he hates me, is going to be set in, like, the 60s and 70s and deal with, like, the first forays into space flight. And then by the end of the Mistborn, like, book series, which should be either 13 or 16 books depending on how much he writes, they're gonna be full on, like, Star Trek level space opera, and using, like, the magic system from book 1 all the way through up until, like, going to space, because it's one of those things of, like, if you read, like, Tolkien, like, 1,000 years ago it was still the same level of technology, and that shouldn't be. Technology should advance as long as people have the chance to make it advance. So it's part of, like, the goal of Mistborn is watching things evolve through it. Like, the way Mistborn magic works is by, like dealing with metals, and, like, 2 of the metals can push and pull on metal around you. Like, you can pull the metal to you or push it away. In the first book, that uses that people become coin shots because they can push coins basically at the speed of bullets, and it becomes one of the most deadly weapons in the Renaissance era is chucking coins at people. In the second book, we have guns. Coin shots are less, special about that aspect, but also, they can deal with other things. It's just, I love watching it all evolve, and it's going to be so fun doing that all. Also, this stream is not free of Clock ranting about the Cosmere. Also, speaking of dragon riding, and this is one of the things that kills me, and I really hope to someday see this, is Brandon Sanderson has mentioned that he has a world idea for the Cosmere that is dragon riding as the magic system, and I want it so damn badly, but I don't know if or when we're ever going to get it. My main hope is, so there are 3 settings that they joke about, or not a joke, they talk about for the Cosmere RPG. Warbreaker, Elantris, and World Hopper. Elantris is a standalone book. Worldbreaker is a standalone book. They're both. Elantris was his first novel that he ever published. Um, Warbreaker is a great one that actually you can find for free, because what he did was, as he was making the book, he from like inception to like first draft everything, he released them for free online, so he could show people the process he went through as he was basically winnowing down the book and making it publishable. Um, and they're both fantastic worlds, but World Hopper is going to deal with like the futuristic setting and like different things going around and being able to go between the worlds and all that kind of stuff. But it also is going to have a bunch of tiny magic systems, like magic systems that aren't for his major worlds. And I want that so badly. I want to see like the little like half systems that aren't going to make their own full stories, which we might get dragons in that one, but basically a bunch of Brandon Sanderson magic systems before their stories get released. It's I cannot wait for that book to come out. I really hope that is the next one they come out with, but they have no announcements yet for it, and we probably won't get an announcement for it until just hold your horses. They'll be along. Don't you worry. Yeah, buddy. They probably won't until I'm finished with it at this point. Um, I'm excited. They'll probably won't announce what their next book is going to be until either September when Mistborn comes out, or Dragonsteel Nexus in December, which is Dragonsteel Nexus is Brandon Sanderson's convention that he does every year in Utah, which it is definitely on my list of things. If I ever like get stupid money and can actually do fun things like that, is to go to Dragonsteel Nexus because it looks amazing. He has something called the World Hopper Ball. It's been 2 years now, and what they do is one night during the convention, if you RSVP for tickets for it. Hey, Prometheus, welcome on in. Thank you for the follow. The World Hopper Ball is... Oh, hey, thank you for the Prime sub as well. That means that we are 4 subs away from the next Bean Boozled Bean, where I can either get a tasty bean or a really bad one. But the World Hopper Ball, he's done it 2 years now. The first year was Stormlight, and then last year was Mistborn, where they turn a ballroom into the world. And my camera died as I'm talking. Give me a second. Camera's behaving itself. I'm not actually that mad at it this time. Yeah, like, so, like, he says hi. That's okay. Tell him I said hi back. It's so like it looks like Scadrial, which is the world that Mistborn, and everything looks so cool. But they did like little things, like when you showed up at the ball, you were given an envelope, and when you opened that envelope, it had a card in like the color of the metal with the symbol of the metal and the name of like what type of magic you had. So essentially, you got your misting class. Misting are people who can just burn one of the metals, and then you could go and get registered as a misting. And they gave you a vial of the metal as well. So there are people who just like, who if you're a coin shot, they would get a little card that had said coin shot on it, had the symbol for steel. Then you go and get it registered, and you get to write your name in the book and say that you're a coin shot, and you were given a little vial of steel. Because in Mistborn, the major way people use their magic is they have little glass vials of like alcohol with metal flakes floating in it. You take the shot and then burn it inside of you, and as long as you're burning inside of you, you have the power. So like it looks so cool, and I didn't feel like FOMO, the fear of missing out on Dragonsteel, until I saw that happening. They're like such a cool idea, and I cannot wait. Yeah, do not try. They really do specify there, saying do not actually drink these metals. But yeah, like I love the concept of the World Hoppers Ball. I'd love to do it one year. What if I don't? Well, if you don't lead, then that's a different problem. But yeah, it's such a fantastic, like, I love the Cosmere so damn much. I'm excited to finally be able to run it. I've been diving deep into the Cosmere RPG over the past couple of weeks in anticipation. Um, uh, so like, and I truly love this, and like to the point where, like, if my group likes it, I may not go back to D&D ever if they like the Cosmere RPG enough, the system. Like it feels like a D&D killer for me. Also, if you just want to drink them, I will say this: gold is one of the metals that you can use to get a magic power. So technically, Goldschlager is essentially a an allomantic shot you can take. I wish it was on Kindle Unlimited, but I'm sure there. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's big enough that he doesn't do things. He doesn't need to do things like Kindle Unlimited, which is both frustrating and but at the same time understandable. Like, I will say this though, uh, no one wants to be a gold misting. Gold is one of the is one of the powers that fucks you up the most. Because what gold does, for those of you who haven't read Mistborn, is gold shows you versions of yourself if you had made different choices. It essentially gives you psychic damage. You get to see when you burn gold, something called a gold shadow appears, and that is a version of you if you had made different choices in your life up to that point. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse, but usually it messes you up because you also get to see through their eyes and think through their thoughts. Now, if you can get past the mental trauma of, yeah, handcraft, there you go. Yeah, it'll definitely fuck your brain up. If you can get past the mental trauma of like judging yourself as a new you appears that's had a better life than you because of choices you've made, you might be able to like borrow their skills. Like if you're trying to break into a house and you burn gold and you a version of you that like went down the bad trails and became a thief appears, you might be able to borrow their ability. Oh, I'm rocking the chair. Sorry. You might be able to borrow their ability to lockpick. But sorry, I just noticed I'm rocking the chair with the power washer. That is fantastic. It's the little things that amuse me. But yeah, the world of Mistborn has three separate magic systems. Each of those magic systems is internally consistent and balanced, and then all three of them are balanced against each other. It is insane the way that all works, and I love it. And I really hope my players like it when I get to run it, and they want to play more of it because I want to run more of it. Give me a second. I've got to adjust. I also should check my phone to make sure the world isn't exploding. It's gonna be 11 degrees cooler tomorrow, so that means I'm gonna hurt again. Yay! Anytime the temperature changes by more than 10 degrees in a day, my knees kill me, and it's a chance for me to get a migraine. So this is gonna be fantastic. But yeah, if you want to get into the Cosmere, anyone within the sound of my voice, the first book you should probably read is Tress of the Emerald Sea. I highly recommend it. It's amazing. It was inspired by Brandon Sanderson watching The Princess Bride with his wife, and his wife making a single comment that had him literally get up from the couch to go and start writing. It fits into his worlds. It shows everything about the Cosmere. It shows his writing style. If you like that, then there's always more. But it's one of those things of just I recommend Tress as the starting point now. If you like it, then I have other recommendations I can give you. Your knee feeling rough as well, Snow? My knees are doing the thing where like I'll wake up feeling fine, and then as soon as I like go to move, it becomes snap, crackle, and pop, and then pain. And then again, I've only got like 2 hours of sleep today. Today was a fun insomnia day. So you actually got sleep. Nice. I mean, you definitely need it. You're getting over the flu. I don't put on knee pads because I didn't put on knee pads with coaching Special Olympics and got stuck with a student working on knee slides, so I ended up doing a whole day of demo on ice for my knees, and kept skates on and did practice session myself and felt on my knee had been black and blue and throbbing for weeks and things. Yeah, that'll do it. I mean, I'd ask, so what did we learn? And the answer is supposed to be to put on knee pads every time, just in case. But I know that the answer is, so what do we learn? And you smiling at me and saying, not a damn thing. I have a tool for this. Well, they're restrictive and they aren't the best for coaching because normally I would be dabbling a lot of bent knee positions. Just didn't know I was going to. I should have taken off my skates and put them on after that, though, and learned my lesson. Yeah, see? And are you going to learn your lesson? Oh, I did. This is brutal. Okay, good. I sleep tum down. My knees hurt so bad I can't, so I haven't slept well in weeks either. Gotcha. Well, hopefully they resolve soon. You need your knees. There's plenty of important things to do with and on your knees. I didn't even mean it like that. You behave yourself. Would you where's the damn truck? Damn it, Louie. I was promised a giant truck. If I miss this giant truck, giant truck. Giant truck. Yes. Give truck. Actually, you know what? Give me a second, Amber. Amber, remind me after the stream because I found a Instagram reel of the Scadrial ball of them getting like signed in for the Mistings. I want to show it to you to show you the world, and anyone who is interested in Mistborn, like, poke me after the stream because I will track that down because it is such a gorgeous thing of like the ball like being able to visually see it all. It's just so. God, I love the Cosmere. I know I rant about the Cosmere so much, but I cannot recommend it enough. It is such a fun world. And the fact that there are little things that like characters that show up between book series because they've figured out how to hop between the worlds. I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering splendor. Tell me, princess, when did you last let your heart decide? A whole new world. I'm overtaking the song. It's been so long since I've actually heard it. A new fantastic point of view. Barrel dice. Hold on. Is it just dice? There's a straight up just dice game here. Better really. No, yeah. I'm definitely gonna get DMCA'd by Twitch. Oh my god. You know what gets me? You know what's been like running through my head? Because I have friends who have watched Repo Genetic Opera and who have made me watch Repo Genetic Opera. I enjoy it. It's alright. But there's the song. And so, again, remember when I said that in Mistborn, Allomancers have like vials of metals and alcohol they take shots of essentially to use their magic. So every time I read it, all my brain says is Allomancy comes in a little glass vial. Now I must do it. There you go. Okay. That's done. Let's do these tires. We're doing everything I can do. I have to do the handheld before I switch to the floor one. Would you give me my damn giant truck already? If I miss this giant truck, because I'm in the behind this, I am going to stab you. Not like right now. Yeah, better not right now. You're here with me. It has been an hour and a half. How long should I go, folks? We're halfway through this. Probably not going to finish this one today. That would be funny, though. The next clock, going to go watch Repo now instead of you. I mean, it's happened to me before. I've definitely had people who show up, say, okay, I gotta go watch something right now, and then just go. Yeah, I mean, I fully know I am boring. All right, that's just the world. Hey, I've said it before, and I will say it again. The only reason I don't call myself a failed Twitch streamer is because I still stream. Like I get what average 2 to 3 views a stream, and if I'm lucky, I get double digits on my YouTube videos. But enough people are still paying for subscriptions that I get some money, and it's better than getting some money than no money. And considering the fact that I got another round of rejection emails this morning, I guess this is what we're doing, folks. So you're playing Enshrouded last night. What is Enshrouded? It is not sounding familiar, Amber. I did watch. I watched Isabit's play Raven Watch, I think last week, and that was insane and fun looking at the same time. Cause like it's a roguelike like Hades, except a bit more slower pace, and the characters are all like Grimm's fairy tale style characters. Like she was playing Beowulf, and she unlocked the ability to play Geppetto while I was watching the stream. But it was all like dark, grim, like Darkest Dungeon style stuff. It looked very interesting. It definitely got added to the wish list after that. But no, tell me of Enshrouded. I have not heard of this. Basically, open world survival, and the skill tree has different things like battle mage, healer, trickster. But ooh. That's always fun. Dating is more fantasy type. Give me a second. Let me just Google this real quick. Enshrouded. Survival game.
Hello, bees.
Ooh. It's looking like Valheim. It's German survival MMO. That makes sense. So like, it's Valheim but with like magic and shit. Interesting. Hello, bees. Critical Role Campaign 4 comes back next week. I'm so excited. Valheim's magic in it? I didn't think I realized that. Then again, I watched you and He Who Shall Not Be Named play it for like 3 seconds before I extend my Valheim knowledge. You can have pets and animals. In Valheim or Enshrouded? Oh yeah, it said Lyle. Gotcha. Shut. Cool. Hey, I'm always good. Like summons are always good. I love the aspect of, especially in survival games, because there are times where I'm just not paying attention to the world, and suddenly my pet will run off and just save my ass. My big thing is okay. Here's the important question. Do you have to eat? And if you have to eat, it's like a Power World minus Pokemon. Interesting. Do you have to eat? And if you have to eat, do you have to eat a lot, like frequently? That always kills it for a game. Like way back in the day, I used to play don't starve with snow. You only need it for buffs. Okay, fantastic news. And like I never had enough, like never ever in a million years had enough food on me at any time, or could make it. Like it was just it was always a thing where like I spent my entire life just hovering around the food cook thing. Like that always kills me in a game. Like I remember playing Raft with snow as well, and when we were playing Raft, it was like you have to eat. Like, but even said when we have to eat, it's like once a half hour or so. Health, mana, and stamina potions. Interesting. Not sure what the others, but I know there are craftable ones. I mean, I'm sure that there's probably like an alchemist or something similar on that talent tree that you mentioned. We can be a wizard. Fantastic news. Here's the thing. I fully admit this. I am there's a very unique like niche for me that I'm such a sucker for. Where it's like, give me a non-standard class name, and then make it so that like I have to figure out like what this means. Again, going back to the Mistborn, where I'm upset because I'm obsessed with it at the moment. Like the different. So if you are a Mistborn, you can burn. Blah 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 blah. If you're a Mistborn, you can burn all of the metals in the magic system. If you're a Misting, you can only burn one metal. And if you are a Misting, you get like a nickname for what you can burn. So like, word jarbles, yes. If you burn steel, it's called a coin shot, but iron is called a lurcher because you can pull metal towards you. If you burn copper, you're called a smoker because you make like a invisible cloud that blocks people's perception of you. Of you if you're burning the magic. Like if you burn bronze, you're a seeker because you can see other people burning the magic. Like it's just all those little like nickname things. Like it gets me every time, and I love them. It's also why I like Blood on the Clock Tower, because there's such a fun little like thing of like the different roles of you being able to look at someone saying, "Don't worry, I'm a seamstress," and everyone going, "Ah, okay, that makes sense." That niche right there it hits me. I love it. You are Flameborn, last ember of hope of a dying race. Awaken. Survive the terror of a corrupting fog and reclaim the lost beauty of your kingdom. Venture into a vast world, vanquish punishing bosses, build grand halls, and forge your path in this co-op survival action RPG for up to 16 players. I mean, you had me at funny names on talent trees, Amber. I'm not going to lie. There are dragons. Can you ride the dragons? Is Dragon Rider possible? If Dragon Rider is possible, then we have a new community goal. Screw everything else. Someone buy me this game. Not sure, to be honest. Well, all right. But no, you had me at like Battle Mage. When Battle Mage was on the list of things, it went onto my wish list. And Shrouded is now there. If we can ever get to a point where I have I have money and it is on sale enough, I will pick it up. Because it does sound fun. Especially if it's like Power World level where I don't have to like constantly eat in order to just live. Like I do that enough in the real world. Give me my giant truck. We're at 1:30. Let's go for 2 hours, folks. Let's see what we can do for 2 hours. The problem is I just don't want to take up too much on the video because like again, I'm having fun. I'm talking to you guys. I could go for hours, but I got to think about how long this video is going to take to upload to YouTube. Yeah, pretty much. I once had an hour and a half video because YouTube was being fucky wucky take up to 16 hours to upload. It was absolute shenanigans. Love that there are different level choices for a server. You can have it easiest or really hard. Or you can customize. Nice. Yeah, no, it was like I had to leave my computer up and running overnight, which I'm not a fan of doing, down here in the office, and I was checking routinely, and I eventually fell asleep. And when I woke up, it had finally posted, and I checked the how many hours ago it said that it had gone live. And yeah, it took a full 16 hours to upload it. That's why, like, when I streamed Observation Duty with Aegis, and we went for like 5 hours, there was no realm in which I was going to put that up on YouTube. That was going to be a purely Twitch thing because, quite frankly, it would have taken so long, and then no one would watch it because no one watches that long of video. I am the only one who watches that kind of video on YouTube. How are you still? I hit you with the soap. How are you still dirty? Did the soap not actually hit you? A second, I just got a Discord notification. Amber, I see what you're doing. You behave yourself. That Discord notification was from Soy server. Amber, tisk tisk tisk. Just dang it. What am I hitting? I'm hitting the banisher. I don't know how I'm gonna probably get up there and spray down. That's fine. Let's do this. Whee. What is even funnier, my husband saw it and was like, perv, and I told him to look closer and he realized, yeah, I mean, to be fair, your husband's not wrong, Amber. For as much as I get sent to jail on Soy and Sweetness's streams, you guys are all so much worse than me. Hey, new job is available. Powerwash services. 2 quick questions. Are you open for business? And do you have a gravel pit to slow down out of control vehicles? I'm fast approaching your yard. What did you do? No, 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 no. What is even funny? I saw that. I read that one already. I think they just like to do it now. It's what you're known. Yeah, it's what I'm known for, and that's the sad thing is that like it's like okay, great, I'm known for this. Everyone else is so much worse than I am, but this is what I'm known for. To the point where I think the last time Sweetness and Soy were on my stream, they tried to send me to jail on my own stream. It's like it's not, no sending me to jail on my own stream. I don't even know how to flirt anymore, guys. I will fully admit that. Like, it's been so long since I've actively tried to like flirt with somebody. We didn't used to be bad on Sweetness' stream, but it's definitely evolved. Yeah, very true. I was having that realization because the end of last year was when I broke up with my ex. Or well, the end of 2 years ago now. And so it did get into my own head a little bit because I realized like I still even at this point like I full vulnerability moment from Clock. I tried to download a dating app. I got halfway through filling out like the questions and everything like that before I was just like no, and then uninstalled it. I just couldn't do it anymore. Someday I may date again. Just not ready yet. This year's already been, or the last year has already been too hell of a year. Hell, well, I mean, no, I meant like an actual like dating app, like to find people to go on dates with. But yeah, I still haven't played Palia, and I still haven't done that in a while. Palia, I used to go on date nights with my ex because she was states away. And I have not played Palia since we broke up. No worries. Yeah, no. Like I tried to get like an actual like dating app. I think it was called Boo. It's supposed to be like one for nerdy people, like nerdy people and gamers. And I got like halfway through answering all the questions, and I was like, I'm not gonna do this. It's like I said, I may date sometime. I just like, I wish I had somebody. If that makes sense. Like I want to get over the dating thing. I want to just have somebody. I know I need to do the dating thing to have somebody. I am aware that people aren't just gonna magically pop into my life, but it's just a thing. Would you give me my damn truck already? I want to see this giant truck. Oh yeah, I'm up here. I can get the gnome now. The giant truck. Yeah. Alright, I was excited to see it and had a bit of a moment. You can't make fun of me, Amber. I have autism. Probably. 64%. Where am I getting my... Is it going to be 75%? Is that when I get the truck? Also, how did you get gasoline on the roof? This is like when a kid's eating spaghetti and they somehow get spaghetti sauce in their hair. How did you manage this? Should not have eaten Sour Patch Kids? Oh, no. Well, I mean, Sour Patch Kids are tasty, but just not doing well with you being sick or what? So I fully admit why I shouldn't eat them, because they make my mouth bleed. So I only have Sour Patch Kids once in a blue moon. You haven't eaten much of a basic. Yeah, I mean, Sour Patch Kids on an empty stomach is not a good thing, Amber. And there's probably better things for you to eat. With, like, you know, proteins and calories. I did eat dinner before I ate the candy. It was chili cheese dogs. Okay. Bad combo maybe? Yeah, probably chili cheese dogs and Sour Patch Kids, while you're sick, are probably not the best of combos. I mean, I wonder if you said you also had combos. That was weird. The sun just cut out for me completely. Did you guys have that happen as well, where sound just cut out? That was wild. Okay, good. Okay. Making sure I'm not going insane, but yeah, looks the game itself is telling me to wrap up stream, which we will in 8 minutes. We're almost there. We'll make it an even 2 hours. Funnily enough, OBS doesn't say frames dropped. So I'm not sure what the hell happened there. Because, like, OBS isn't even claiming that I dropped frames. And they'll claim I dropped frames at the drop of a hat. I'm looking for. Oh yeah, this is where they said their kid was living. Always make sure, folks at home, to power wash your radios and other electronics. Especially power wash the outlets, definitely the outlets, and generators. Look, there's a reason why I make sure I mark every video I upload to YouTube as not for kids. I'm just saying, where are you still dirty, damn it? If I miss the giant truck, I'm going to be so pissed. Everything now has become about this giant truck. Also, what am I doing? I have a tool designed for this. Oh, Toodles! Hot dog, hot diggity dog. No, we didn't babysit kids for a bunch of years. I can feel it rumbling deep down in my gizzard. That thing is not far off now. I'm sick of you lying to me, Lou. There's the thing I'm looking for. Don't you mess with me, Amber. Look, if we can do this before the end of stream, that is going to be the name of the stream. It's going to be Jeanette Truck. So I think it probably will happen at 75. That's the hope. So they usually key off certain percentages. You all sudsy. Is that a horn? Oh, I'm getting all nervous and paranoid now. Let's do it over here now so that we can not miss the road. 75. Truck? Come on, truck. Truck that, yeah, it might, I mean, honestly, it probably is going to come at the very, very end, if anything, unless it comes at like 75 or 80. It may show up at the end, or it may just be one of those things of foreshadowing for an eventual future job where I have to clean a giant, massive thing. It has been 2 hours. I do need to call it, unfortunately, because this video will take 6 or 7 ever to upload. Truck! Come to me, truck! Alright. What do you call it there, folks? Oh, big stretch. As always, if you've gotten this far in the YouTube video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Do all the fun things. I always appreciate it. It does help me out. And as always, thanks for stopping by, guys. Thanks for raking my cow lamp. I love you all.